Hello, I'm Brian Noble, CEO of Family Policy Institute of Washington.
And I'm Brad Payne, President of FPIW Action.
A couple disclaimers before we get started today. Nothing in this video is an endorsement of the candidate, nor the candidate's endorsement of FPIW or FPIW Action. It's simply a public service to meet and greet the candidate.
All right, Melissa, good morning.
Good morning.
So we're going to start out with a three-part question. If you would first tell us what position you're running for, and then share a bit about yourself and maybe a little bit about your family, and then tell us about your experience for this position.
Absolutely. So good morning. My name is Melissa Chaudhry. I'm running for Congress in Congressional District 9 here in Washington State. My background, it's been a really fun life, first of all. My father was a Navy veteran, and my mother stayed home to raise us with compassion and great life skills. My grandfather was a concentration camp survivor from Norway, so he also taught me that it's very important to make sure that we stand up against injustice anywhere we find it. So I have a lifelong ethos of duty, service, and sacrifice, and personal knowledge of the costs of war. My husband is an honorable disabled military veteran who's in a wheelchair. We are parents to one beautiful toddler with one on the way. I have grassroots experience in economic development, poverty alleviation, skills training, and food and agricultural production on 4 continents. I'm not a career politician, so I have lived experience with the challenges our communities face. I've spent over 10 years in frontline work doing reforestation, homelessness, addiction recovery work, as well as jobs training and entrepreneurship support as well. I led the team that brought $3.2 million in federal money for affordable homeownership in King County without being in Congress. I'm also what I describe as a lifelong American idealist. I understand that peace leads to prosperity, and I believe that liberty and justice for all does not have an asterisk attached. America can and must become the inclusive, vibrant, thriving, prosperous democracy we always aspired to be, and we have to respect each other's rights to do so. I was also endorsed by a major local paper for my unparalleled policy knowledge and, quote, sheer drive. And we did not expect to make it through the primaries. Nobody expected us to make it through the primaries, and yet here we are, ready to take office as the next representative here.
Excellent. If you were elected, what would be your primary promise to your office for the public?
I will meaningfully represent my district and my constituents as anyone with the title of representative should. I will uphold the Constitution and work for the good of all Americans. And although that the incumbent has been condemned and censured by his own party for his actions against freedom of speech and assembly, and he's voted for warrantless wiretapping and for war all the way back until 2002. Because of my upbringing, my life is dedicated to ensuring that everyone the world over has the opportunity to thrive. I'll always work for American values and our common humanity. Where we can support our communities at the grassroots level, we should. Where we can take care of families who are taking care of each other, especially children, we should. Where we can reduce the number of people our tax dollars pay to kill and maim, we should. Wherever we can level the playing field and make it easier for hardworking families to get ahead, we should.
All right, very good. Next question, third one. What differentiates you from your opponent?
I'm 100% grassroots funded. I'm mathematically accountable to the people that I'm here to serve, unlike our incumbent. I don't accept money from perpetrators of war and violence or other industries that work against the good of humanity. Unlike Adam Smith, who you can see on opensecrets.org, gets over 95% of his campaign funding from special interests that profit from war, violence, and costly foreign conflicts that drain our taxpayer money and give nothing back except grief. I will meaningfully represent my constituents, and I have lived experience as a farmer, delivery driver, and single parent, which gives me a profound empathy that a lifetime politician simply can't match. I have real experience of the costs of war, and I'm a lifelong advocate for peace, which is good for American prosperity, our morality, our integrity, our children, and all living things.
All right, our fourth and final question is, what did you learn during the primary campaign that is positively impacting you during this general election?
I learned that there's a real appetite for change in this district after a lifetime career politician who's been in elected office for 36 years. Everyone wants the same thing: safe communities for their kids, a decent education, and solid economic prospects, and a cost of living that they can afford. And that a shared sense of the values that unite us as Americans: liberty and justice for all, government of, by, and for the people, and a recognition that we support life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for everyone. Those values really are a unifying force that people are desperately looking for in these times.
All right, very good. Well, thank you so much, Melissa. We appreciate you joining us today. Thanks for your time and for sharing with our listeners.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the moment. Take care.
All right. I'm Brad Payne with FPIW Action.
And I'm Brian Noble with FPIW. Again, a friendly reminder, nothing in this video is an endorsement of the candidate, nor the candidate's endorsement of FPIW or FPIW action. Like we like to say, go out there and defend and advance biblical values in the public square.